save us. The tales we could tell. Though, truth be told, it started very poorly.
The blood runs cold. We take our look, but don't get old.
I was one, but now we are many. We all agree on one thing. To sail the coast. Hunt down those lizard trinkets. And we will find them. Piece at a time. We will put ourselves back together. Fortune favors the infamous.
All right. How about that, folks? Welcome. My name's Dog Plays, and how about that trailer, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and mute it and replay it one more time as I kind of talk over it. So, yeah, Creative Assembly has officially announced the Vampire Coast. Yes, indeed, spooky, scary, undead pirates. And it's looking to be very, very cool. So the trailer starts out here, and this is Luthor Harkon. He is quite mad, as you can hear throughout the trailer. He cackles at various points, talks about putting himself back together. I particularly love the pun of Dead Men Tell No Tales, considering they're all, you know, undead pirates telling tales. And I also love the the expression of this state troop as Harkon's talking to him, and the state troop is clearly dead. Like, let's just appreciate this guy's face for a minute. Just like absolutely enthralled by Harkon's story, and he's already dead. Oh, it's so good. So then we see Harkon. Clearly something's going terribly wrong, and the artifact splits itself up and flies off into space. So yeah. Then we start to get a good look at some of the ships. Obviously, with a pirate DLC, it is going to be somewhat naval focused. We'll talk a bit more about that in just a moment, but here we get to see Harkon cackle a bit, quite mad, and obviously he's going to be one of the headlining legendary lords for this. I don't think they show any of the other legendary lords on this trailer here, and as far as I can tell, I haven't seen them on the Steam page or on the FAQ, which we are going to be having a look at in just a moment as well, but I figured you guys would want to see the trailer. So now this spooky boy looks kind of like a crypt horror. This is, I believe, a Morngul. I know Lore Master of Sotek has made a video about these guys recently, I believe, so I believe it's a Morngul. I want to say that's what they're called. And we get to see some zombies with guns. So let's see what sort of guns they're carrying. We've got this guy here with the handgun, And a little bit earlier on in the shot, you can see what looks like, if I can find it here. Nope. Keep going back. This guy's got like this big kind of two-handed deck gun almost. Potentially we're going to be seeing several varieties. This guy's got like a pistol and a one-handed sword, so I'm thinking we're probably going to see several different varieties of zombies with guns. Obviously Harkon with a pistol there. Probably going to be a hybrid melee ranged character. And from the lore, I believe Luthor Harkon can't cast any magic, so I doubt he'll be a caster lord. But I guess we'll see, but... Okay, and then you've got this huge thing running around in the back. I'm not really sure. It looks like a big bloated corpse or something. I don't know. But yeah, let's see if we can see. I feel like there's a lot going on in the background there in that shot. Yeah, it just looks like a lot of gunpowder units going off. But you can see more of the zombie skeletons running in there. Some of them look like they have dual swords. So... now we've got deck droppers, I believe is what these guys are called. They're essentially giant fellbats, and they've got they're carrying zombies with guns who are then shooting the guns. We've got these giant sort of sea creature monster things, and then of course we get a shot of the Morngul as well. It looks like there's a Terrorgeist there, and lots of gunpowder units. That's one thing you're going to notice from this trailer is we've got these guys here with like deck guns, then we've got cannons, and then we've got this massive cannon. I want to say it's called Big Bess, but yeah. Wow, just absolutely huge. Then we've got an Arachnarok-sized crab, which is just amazing. And then there's these two bad boys, which are basically like walking ships with giant arm guns. Like, how freaking cool is that? That has to be one of the coolest unit models I've ever seen in Total War Warhammer. I mean, like, holy crap, man. It's literally a walking ship with a giant cannon gun arm. Like, what? What? Get out of here with this stuff. It's so cool. We've got some nice ethereal units as well, and then there's something that's like much, much bigger than all of those ships out to sea. So, needless to say, I am extremely excited. These guys look awesome. Just based on what we've seen here, I can't say that I saw a single skeleton warrior throughout that whole trailer. So, just based on what we've seen so far here, these guys are going to be very, very different from the other vampire faction, the Vampire Counts, and also very different from the Tomb Kings as well. I mean, they are another undead faction, yes, but it looks like they're going to have a very different playstyle to both of those factions, which is definitely a plus. I'm going to have a link to, obviously, the trailer and to this FAQ and the Steam page so that y'all can go have a look at it. I recommend you read this. I'm not going to read through the whole thing. I just kind of want to hit the highlights here. So we do have 4 legendary lords. I don't know if it says who. Luthor Harkon is confirmed here. It talks about him several times. I don't think that they mention any of the other ones. Yeah, it doesn't look like they mentioned any of the other legendary lords, so I'm not sure. New lore of magic, though, so the Vampire Coast is getting their own lore of magic, the lore of the deep. Looking forward to seeing that in action. New roster, of course, command towering constructs. We saw that big boat thingy. Ghastly pincered sea beasts like giant crabs, ghoulish horrors, and musket-wielding piratical zombie hordes, which sounds like a lot of fun. Zombies with guns? Yes, please. They also have, of course, new campaign mechanics, and their battle mechanics, they have this more powder and extra powder. So essentially they're going to be a very much a gunpowder focused faction, which if my channel's anything to judge by, my gunpowder focused videos tend to do very, very well with the Empire and the Dwarves, so I'd imagine that these guys will be quite popular. But more powder basically means that you can replenish your own ammo with your heroes, which seems like a very interesting mechanic. And then extra powder will just give your guys buffs, variety of missile-related buffs. Very cool. It's going to be released on November 8th, so unfortunately not about for a full month away, which is a little bit unfortunate. I was really hoping to see a release before the end of October, but I mean, hey, we've at least got a date now. And of course, assuming I'm still in the Cool Kids Early Access Club, I'm going to be bringing you guys some early access footage as soon as I possibly can. We'll have more on that later, but anyway, 4 Legendary Lords. Luthor Harkon is the only one revealed so far. It looks like they're going to be doing a reveal for each of them, you know, with full detail and everything later on down the line, so we'll have to wait and see. But just based on what we've seen so far, I'm sure we can imagine that they'll be very awesome Legendary Lords. Of course, they're going to be on the Vortex map. They do not fight for the Vortex. They're going to have their own campaign. New units, lots of new units. And it will be revealed in full soon. Does this mean you're introducing naval battles? No. There are no currently plans to add a full naval battle system back into the game. Vast undertaking and all that jazz. However, this DLC does include 2 new battle types, and I should say these will be added for free as part of the free update. These 2 new battle types will be available for everyone. You can either choose an island battle or a black arc battle. So obviously, when 2 armies meet at sea, you can choose to auto-resolve, or you can fight the battle. If you choose to fight the battle, then you'll fight on some islands. If you have a black arc nearby, or if you're attacking or defending a black arc, then you'll fight, you know, on that black arc, obviously. But this is an awesome addition. Even though we don't get, you know, specifically naval battles, the fact that you can still just not auto-resolve at sea going to be very important for a naval-based faction. I would imagine like the Vampire Coast. So having those island battles is definitely going to be very beneficial. It'll add a lot to the campaign, I think. So yeah. We will see. I'm very interested to see how those naval battles pan out in the campaign. But in terms of free LC, they're saying, of course, with the Vampire Coast, they're releasing a major update to the Vampire counts in Mortal Empires. So they should be similar to the update the Dwarves got. They should be getting some new systems, campaign mechanics, and all that. Should be a lot of stuff. And, yeah, they also talk about just the design decisions for the Vampire Coast. Obviously, this is not a standard faction from the tabletop, but nonetheless, everything's been pulled from Warhammer lore, and it's all looking very cool. So, briefly, we'll look at the Steam page as well. There's not a lot here on this page that we haven't already seen, but we can look through some of the screenshots to have a look at some of these pirate zombie models, which look really, really good. There's the big cannon in the background there, so yeah, we can look through some of these others. Luthor Harkon looking very cool. There's another big shot of that ship monster there. And the crabs, of course, the giant crabs, gonna be a lot of fun. Deck droppers. This looks to be a shot from the campaign map with Luthor Harkon standing next to his starting position in the Awakening. And now we get to see some of the unit cards as well. So it looks like there's some dudes with halberds here. I'm not really sure if we get to see them anywhere, but it looks like maybe these guys here. Is this like an elite infantry unit for the like a depth guard or something? You know, like a sea guard, I guess. But anyway, yeah, lots of zombies with guns, as you can see there. Lots of gunpowder units. So, yeah, in terms of the actual description here, again, not a whole lot. New lore of magic, four legendary lords, 8 regiments of renown, so we are getting regiments of renown, of course, a unique tech tree, offices, new roster. Let's see. So, objectives. The Great Merworm Aminar. Okay, so that must be that giant monster we saw there in the preview. Has awoken from its slumber by the vacillations of the Great Vortex. Only one who wields the Star Metal Harpoon will be able to tame the beast. Okay, so I'd imagine then that we're going to be trying to craft this Star Metal Harpoon, try to find the pieces for it, put it together so that we can go kill this big old merworm. Very, very cool stuff. So each playable legendary lord must grow their dread reputation to become the most infamous pirate on the seas. Very cool stuff. And then I'd imagine, yep, final fateful battle. So we'll have a final battle with Aminar, trying to kill him with the star metal thing, you know, doodad. So should be a lot of fun. Infamy and Pirate Coves. Infamy, basically as you win, you get more infamous, and you need to grow that for reasons. Pirate Coves is an interesting mechanic. This is one that I honestly thought that they might implement for the Skaven back in the day, but basically, after a victorious port settlement battle, you can establish a Pirate Cove, which is basically, it's a secret sub-settlement that you siphon off a flow of gold. So the cove can only be destroyed if the settlement itself is razed. In addition, competing in Vampire Cove's faction which conquers the settlement may commandeer the cove for itself. Okay, so again, I thought they might implement this with Skaven Undercities, like after you conquer, you can set up an Undercity. But the Pirate Coves themselves definitely going to be a cool, unique mechanic, and yeah, lots of treasure to be found, upgradable ships. Each legendary lord sails on their own unique ship. Okay, so they each like have their own unique black arc, basically. Interesting. Treasure maps, no surprise. New battle maps, new islands, and now black arc maps as well. So I'm going to be looking forward to having a look at those. And that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot else to be gleaned from the Steam page there. So not a lot to go on so far. We at least have the official reveal of the faction and one of the legendary lords at least, as well as quite a few units from that trailer there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed me taking a quick look at this DLC. Hopefully you're as excited as I am, because holy crap, we've had a long time with no content, and this looks like it's worth it, certainly. And let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.